What's up guys, it's Andrea and I'm back again with another video. As you guys can tell by the title, oh my goodness, how does that happen? Anyways, as you guys can tell by the title, I am going to be talking about my first 30 days as a nurse. As you guys can tell, I kind of like switched up the whole scenery in the background. Usually I have the ring light out, I have my background set up. But for this specific video, I really wanted you guys to like be here with me. I wanted y'all to like kind of catch the vibe and just really understand and get the full feeling of how I'm feeling 30 days in. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, so it is August 16th, the day I'm filming this video, and it has literally been exactly to the T. It has been 30 days since I've started my journey as a nurse. I was hired back July 16th. My first day of working was July 16th. And I honestly have a lot that I feel like I can talk on, but I'm trying to like not make this video long. So I think I kind of want to start off. Well, you guys know, like when I first started, like it was a lot of paperwork. It was, well, not paperwork, but it was a lot of like presentations and sitting down and getting like acclimated with the actual hospital, the hospital system, knowing like the leaders of the hospital and like the policies, the procedures, basically like the rules or the guidelines of like what the hospital goes by. So that was kind of like the first, honestly, I would say like the first couple of weeks. And so for those of you who don't know, I am in a residency program. And in my previous videos, I kind of already touched on this. So basically it's a program that kind of helps the transition from nursing student to nurse, and it's strictly just for new grad nurses. So anyone who's in that program has recently graduated, I think with like in the past 6 or so months. I think a lot of us graduated in May, but I really am appreciative of this program because it has helped me so much. It has guided me honestly so much, and just being able to check in like with my educator, with like the coordinator of the program, just being able to check in with her and just, you know, having a standpoint like, hey, this is how things are going and things of that nature. I really do recommend to everyone, if you are, you know, going to be starting your job soon or your career soon, or you're looking for jobs, I would highly recommend, I can't even talk, I would highly recommend looking for a new grad residency program because it's really going to help you with that transition. So also like being in that new grad like program. So I think I've said this before, like the hospital that I work for obviously is a hospital system, and that hospital system I think has around like 19 to 20 hospitals within the Houston area. So every month, because I'm in this residency program, every month we meet, like the hospital system, the new grads of the hospital system, hopefully this makes sense, but the new grads of the hospital system will meet at a specific location, and we'll kind of just like have a review of like how things are going, if there's anything we need help with, anything we need to check in on. That's the time, the opportunity to kind of voice our thoughts, voice, you know, how we're feeling, if we're having any challenges, which I think is amazing, because a lot of times maybe you may feel, I mean, I've had moments where I feel like if I'm on the floor, we're on go. Maybe I can't 100% voice like if I'm having an issue, which I don't know if I've really had that problem yet. Like if I ever feel or questioning anything, me and my preceptor were kind of like really open with each other. So I feel like if I really had a problem that I had to address, I could address it with her. But let's just say there's a new grad out there who maybe wants to take it, you know, outside of the hospital or whatever the case may be. You know, going to those seminars monthly is really going to allow them to voice, and even myself, if it ever comes to that point, really voice if they're having an issue or if they just need to talk about anything. So yeah, that's a monthly type of thing. So I already, what month are we in? August. So obviously I already went for August, and so when September comes, I think it's like always like the first week, I believe, of the month. So I'll do that again in September, and I'll do that up until the very end of the residency program, which will be next year in I think June or July, one of the two. Also within that program, like us meeting with every new grad in the hospital system, we actually have to do an evidence-based project. So it's kind of, to a sense, like nursing school, but not nursing school, because really, let's just say, so I don't know if you guys know, but me and my best friend work under the same hospital system. Not the same hospital, but we work under the same hospital system. So let's just say, because I know him, I want to work with him on this evidence-based project. It can be kind of tricky, it can be kind of iffy, because one, we're not at the same location, like meetup times could be all off, but I do have that opportunity to do that. So kind of like nursing school, but not nursing school, because we kind of have a year to work on it. But with our schedules being all over the place, it's something that I know we're gonna have to work on ahead of time. At this point in time, I'm really just trying to like gather ideas. I don't really think I have a set group yet of like who I want to work with or who, whatever the case may be. I haven't really got to that point yet, but I'm just trying to think of ideas. Something that's actually like beneficial, because when we were in nursing school and we did our evidence-based project, it went nowhere. Literally, it went nowhere. And like, that was the thing. Like, it wasn't supposed to go anywhere. You were just supposed to work on it, present it, and you move on. But like here, you can actually implement it within the hospital setting. So I think that's super, super beneficial. So I've gotten asked like a couple of times, and I know I've addressed this, and I know it can kind of be confusing, like how long I'm on orientation for. So it's for 6 months. So since I started in July, more than likely I'll be off orientation in December, early January. But the actual program within itself, as far as like meeting up with the seminars and stuff, we'll do that for a year. So like I said, in June and July. So hopefully that kind of clears up a little bit of confusion. I don't think every area, you know, may not have new grad residency programs. So maybe that's why it's a little confusing. But this whole program, like I said, it'll be for a year. But when I actually don't have a preceptor anymore and I'm working on my own, I have a 6-month time frame for that. Now to like how I'm actually feeling, or how the range of emotions that I've been feeling within like the past month. Honestly, like I've had good moments, I've had bad moments, I've had moments where like I'm super, super like proud of myself for knowing or intervening or whatever the case may be when it comes to like patient care. But there's also been moments where I felt like I don't know anything, like I don't know. And the thing is, like, going into specialties, and even like if you don't go into a specialty, I think it's really, really important to understand that nursing school and nursing are two totally like different worlds. They're two totally different things. And especially, like I said, with me being in a specialty, there's so many things that I never touched on in nursing school specific to the neonate that I'm having to learn now. So it's like on top of trying to be a nurse and give care and like understand what my preceptor is saying, I'm still trying to learn, you know. And there have been moments where I felt like I'm stuck, I'm overwhelmed, like I want to do something, but it's like, what do I do? Because I haven't really learned necessarily on it. So like, for example, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but like specifically something that I know I need to focus in on and kind of like learn outside of the hospital setting is NRP, which is basically the neonatal resuscitation. That's something that, you know, I have to get certified in. Being in the NICU, I have to know what to do when things, you know, may go south or may go wrong. So that's something that I'm having to like, I've already had certain instances like being on the floor where we already had to initiate neonatal resuscitation, or like we had to like do certain interventions. And it's like in those moments where I like feel, and I like, and that's the thing why I said like I can voice to my preceptor like if I'm having an issue or if I'm just like confused or whatever the case may be. There have been situations like when something may go bad, or like, you know, the baby needs more intervention after birth. I told her like sometimes I honestly feel like I'm in the way, because when things like that happen, you have to act immediately. Like there's no, okay, well, no, like you have to act immediately. And I think that's why sometimes I feel like I'm in the way, or sometimes I don't know what the heck to do, because I don't know NRP down to a T. I haven't even taken like the class yet. So in those moments, it's like, okay, dang, like what can I do? Like I know there's certain equipment, and like this is like me and my preceptor talking, like there's certain equipment that I know will be needed, so I just need to make sure that equipment is at the bedside or whatever the case may be. But in the beginning I used, and even sometimes now, I won't lie, like there's no reason to lie, like even sometimes now I'll feel like I'm in the way, or I'll feel like I can't do much. But it's like, and then in my head, I'm thinking, you're a nurse. Like, you see what you can do and do it, you know? So it's just understanding, like, what can I do, and just knowing how to do it. But I think once I honestly, like, get NRP down, that'll make me feel a little bit more, you know, comfortable. Not saying that I'm uncomfortable, but it's just, like, I'm kind of hesitant because I don't know 100% right from wrong. And I honestly, obviously, like, I don't want to do wrong. So that's pretty much it for NRP. I've had days also where we have been super busy, like super swamped, especially like being the delivery and transition nurse, and precepting under that. Like I've seen very, very overwhelming moments, and like I've been in overwhelming moments, and just like, I want you guys to understand, like when there's one delivery and transition nurse, and let's just say it's a Monday and you have scheduled C-sections on top of deliveries, imagine how jam-packed your day is going to be. Like you have to be At every delivery, you have to be, whether it's a C-section, a vaginal delivery, you have to be there. Now imagine if you're that one nurse that you're on delivery and transition that day. So there have been times where, you know, I've had to see my preceptor time manage. I've had to see my preceptor, like, you know, try to get another NICU nurse to help out, because if you think about it, it's physically impossible to be in two places at one time. If you got two women delivering at the same time and then you have a C-section, imagine how like overwhelming and how good at time management you have to be, because not only do you have to be present, you also have to make sure that these babies get, you know, their medication within that certain time frame. You know, their erythromycin for their eyes and that vitamin K, they have to get it within a specific time frame. Not only that, you have to make sure that you're charting on these babies, because once they're done, once they're delivered and they're ready to move over to postpartum, you have to make sure that your stuff is charted. When you're giving that that handoff to that, you know, mother baby nurse, you have to make sure that you have everything ready to go. So it's just making sure I'm seeing and I'm understanding that if I don't have time management down now, that's one thing that I really need to work on and just, you know, get down to a T, because there can be moments where, you know, I'm needed in several different places at one time, but your girl can't be in several different places at one time. So just understanding the process of getting this done and moving on to the next thing. But I mean, overall, I really am enjoying it. It is a huge learning curve. It is like a lot of information that I know that I don't know. Like I said, you don't touch on this stuff in nursing school. And I feel like even if you were to go to a med-surg school, there's so much stuff that you don't really, we think we're learning a lot in nursing school, but once you actually get to the floor and you have to apply it, it's totally different. It's totally different. So I think that's the adjustment right there. That's the adjustment that I think every new grad is going to have to go through, like realizing that difference. And especially if you're in a specialty, knowing that there is some stuff you did not touch on in nursing school, but you have to be prepared to come in and learn. But not only like come in to learn, because of course, like I'll have my NICU classes where I specifically will be learning all day, but being on the floor and being able to apply it as well. But I am enjoying it for sure. I'm enjoying it. And you know, I still have, so like, okay, today is Friday. I work Saturday, Sunday on the floor, which are 12-hour shifts, of course. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think I work like 8 to 4:30. But it's like my NICU class. So how I said, like I still have to be on the floor, but I also have to like still do classes as well. And that's why I feel like, excuse me, it's really good to like be in a residency program, because not only do they make sure, okay, you're getting acclimated to the floor, you're knowing how to be a nurse, but you also are getting those classes to help you understand the material. Because like I told you guys, it's always important to know the why. Like, why are you doing this? Why is this happening? Okay, if this happens, what are you gonna do next, and why are you gonna do that? So I really think I value that a lot. Like, I'm super glad I'm able to do both. I'm able to be on the floor as well as have the NICU classes as well. But like I said, I am enjoying it. For me to sit here and say that I haven't faced any challenges thus far, I mean, that would be a lie. I have faced many of challenges. There will be times where like on the way home, I'll have to like sit in silence for a little bit just to gather my thoughts, because the main thing that I don't want to do is like bring work home. And I've said that before, like I don't want to bring work home. I don't want to dwell on if I made a mistake at work. I don't want to bring that home and like take it out on anyone else. I don't want to dwell. I don't want to overthink anything, because honestly, like walk out that door and leave it there and pick it back up the next day. Like there's nothing you can do about it. It's already been done, or it hasn't been done, whatever the case may be. But I think that's something that I'm learning in the moment. Just like not overthinking something and just realizing like if it's done, it's done. It's done, you know? But that is pretty much it, guys. Hopefully y'all kind of got an idea of like where I'm at right now. 30 days in exactly. I can't believe like it's 30 days in exactly to the T, but like 30 days in as being a nurse, I'm enjoying it. Like I'm learning a lot. I'm seeing a lot. I've already seen so much. I've seen so much good and bad, that I'm thankful for it. And like I said, I'm very thankful to be in this position and just, you know, grow and learn, because over the next year, I know I'm gonna make, y'all see when I make a video in a year, like, oh, what am I saying, like a year in as a nurse, my feelings, how I really feel. Totally, I'm sure it's gonna be totally different from this video. Of course, I'm gonna be more acclimated and more comfortable than what I am right now. But this is a part of life. This is change, this is growth, and this is a part of being a nurse. So guys, that is it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like I said earlier, Make sure, I want to put a little emphasis on this, make sure you guys are following my Instagram, because I actually have a couple giveaways coming up that you don't want to miss out on. So I'm gonna put my Instagram down here so to make sure that you guys don't miss out on them. Make sure you follow me on there. You follow me on, not Snapchat. Honestly, I keep saying follow me on Snapchat, but I don't even like really post on there anymore. So just go follow my Instagram. Say, hey girl, go comment on a picture or two. You can follow my Twitter. I'm on there sometime. Also go join the All Things Nursing Facebook page that I created, a world for nurses and nursing students, so you guys can kind of connect and network and grow together. I kind of like waited a little bit to do that, but go join the Facebook page. So guys, subscribe and like this video. What the heck? Go like this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video.